what about Doug? And I just kept asking about Doug, and it didn't make sense why we weren't life flighting Doug when he was the only one unresponsive and all this stuff. And finally, I explained this scene like the scene in the Notebook, except it wasn't raining and we weren't kissing. But the trooper looked at me and he said, "Son, you saw exactly what I did." And I lost it because I knew I'd lost my best friend.
Right.
And again, that abandonment, that rejection.
Right back.
Fuck you, God. You're going to take my, never let me meet my dad. And that's the other thing is like my whole life not knowing my dad, I tried to write him letters and I was told that he didn't want it. I didn't know the full story.
Yeah.
And so now my dad, I'm not good enough for school. I'm not good enough for God. I'm not good enough for my dad. All my friends are getting taken away from me from this loving God that I'm supposed to know. And so that was just it. I don't know if you ever cross a line into full-blown addiction or alcoholism, or if you're born with it or adapt with it. I know it's a progressive disease. We talk about it. But that next 2 years, if there was a line, I pole vaulted over that son of a bitch. I drank every night. I lived a life of guns and fighting and group sex and chaos. And let's see. So that was another big moment.
That 2 years, though, that came out of a place of anger and just hurt.
Bro, we used to, so talking about being a menace and just being an asshole, we went to a hospital one night, and because we were drunk, they didn't want to help us, so we stole one of their wheelchairs. And so we would just get drunk in my apartment and roll around in this wheelchair. This is how sick I got over those 2 years. We had a picture of Doug, and we would put it in that wheelchair, and we would get plastered drunk and take group photos with him like he was still alive.